Sony has done it again. The PS5 Pro is their next big disappointment. Instead of giving gamers what they actually want, they're doubling down on overpriced, underwhelming hardware. And if Concord is anything to go by, Sony has lost all sense of what gamers care about. They keep proving they're out of touch, and PS5 Pro is just another example of how far they have fallen. If you were thinking about picking up their latest excuse for a Pro console, then buckle up. This is going to be a ride. Sony really thought we needed a PS5 Pro when most of us are still trying to get our hands on a regular PS5 at a decent price. And for what? A console that costs $700, but barely moves the needle in terms of actual improvement. No disk drive included, because why not charge you an extra $80 for something that should have been there from the start? Minor performance gains over the non-Pro, these so-called upgrades are barely noticeable. Most games aren't even optimized to take advantage of this new hardware. No exclusive titles means no games specifically built for PS5 Pro, just slight tweaks to existing ones. On top of all that, some games like Silent Hill 2 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor already have reports of running worse on this thing. Alright, let's get real. Buying a console in 2025 is like buying a Blu-ray player when streaming exists. It just doesn't make sense anymore. For about $800, you can build a PC that destroys the PS5 Pro in performance, frame rates, has better graphics, full mod support, and most importantly, you don't have to pay for online multiplayer. Meanwhile, Sony still wants you to cough up cash for PS Plus just to play games online. And let's not forget, unlike PlayStation, where new releases stay expensive for years, there are often massive discounts and free games on Steam and Epic Games. With a console, you're locked into whatever hardware Sony gives you. Meanwhile, a PC lets you upgrade whenever you want. Want better graphics? Swap in a new GPU. Need more storage? Easy. I decide which component to buy and how much to spend on it. Sony is pushing digital-only gaming hard, and the PS5 Pro is proof. No disk drive means you're at the mercy of Sony's pricing. No reselling, no borrowing, no physical ownership. Just full-priced games that can disappear from the store whenever Sony feels like it. Meanwhile, on PC, platforms like GOG Preservation Program are ensuring classic games remain playable for future generations. Unlike Sony, which locks players into a walled garden, PC gaming lets players access titles from decades ago without worrying about arbitrary store shutdowns. And let's not even talk about how backward compatibility is still a joke on PlayStation. So if consoles are a bad deal and you don't want a hunk of a PC in your living room, what's the alternative? Handhelds. Handhelds like the Steam Deck OLED and Asus ROG Ally X let you play full PC games anywhere. But here's the kicker, they also connect to your TV. Want that couch gaming experience? Plug it in, pair a controller, and boom! You have a console that you can also take anywhere. Your Steam library, yours forever. Your modded Skyrim experience, better than anything Sony will ever give you. And the best part? You're not locked into one ecosystem. Want to use Xbox Game Pass? Go ahead. Want to emulate old PlayStation classics? Easy. You can upgrade the storage and use an eGPU for more power. Meanwhile, Sony is out here selling The Last of Us for the third time, while also getting rid of one of the best characters in the favor of the modern audience. PS5 Pro is an overpriced, half-baked excuse for an upgrade that barely does anything different. If you already have a PS5, there's zero reason to spend $700 on this upgrade. And if you don't, think about the alternatives before buying one. But at the end of the day, these are just my opinions. What do you think? Is the PS5 Pro worth buying, or is Sony just trying to cash in on the hype? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.